Godspeed to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine.
Well, Happy New Year folks, coming to you live from 1770 this afternoon, New Year's Day. Beautiful little spot here we've got. We did, as promised, go up to the boardwalk in Rockhampton this morning, but we didn't speak to the camera or anything. It was very cloudy, very overcast, and then we couldn't really see much due to the fog. So we didn't really talk, and we were extremely tired this morning. We were up at like 4:30 this morning. I will confess though that we did go back to bed after we got home from that and had a little bit of sleep in. It was really nice to have the hotel room. After we got in the car, we checked out of the hotel at like 9:58 with like 2 minutes to go before checkout time. And the car is looking so clean, like organised as it has been ever since you left the trip.
So you meant clean from the rain, because we've had a lot of rain.
Yeah. We've been driving for about 3 hours to get here. And almost all the way it's been mostly rain. We're not sure what we're doing this afternoon. We're meant to be camping like on a hill, just out of town here, half hour up the road, but we don't know. It's meant to be a little bit more of a storm this afternoon. It's holding off now where we are, but we're not really sure.
We're kind of just waiting and seeing what kind of pans out this afternoon, because obviously if it is really wet and raining, we probably don't want to be on top of a hill, particularly because last night the storm came in. We got a storm last night, but it didn't come in till like 7 o'clock. So we're just weighing our options.
It's very unpredictable here, but there could definitely be worse spots to be stuck at the moment. This is beautiful around here.
Yeah,
very
we're
nice spot.
Pretty lucky all in all. I mean, Queensland at the moment is getting an absolute battering. Lots of floods happening. So I mean, if the worst thing we have to do is stay in a holiday spot with a hotel, it's not the worst thing ever.
But we just had some snacks for lunch. We might go for a bit of a stroll around
gelato
the area. Emily wants gelato, so we might go find that.
Welcome to our campsite. Let's do a bit of a tour. So, we'll go this way first. There's this undercover area, but because it's been storming in Queensland, they had to take the undercover off. So, imagine an undercover area. Come this way. This is like grand, what is that architecture thing? This is cooking, eating, dining. We have stuff to do a spit. We have firewood provided and a fire bucket, but it's got water in it, so it's probably not that good at the moment. Looks like an oven-y thing, and a camp stove, and like a bench chairs. And then we'll go this way. Over that way, if you use your imagination a little bit, we have our outdoor shower, although might have to share it with snakes, so you know, get into the wild. Alright, now this is where we're staying, and you might be going, where is your tent? Well, there may or may not be a storm on the way. We're not sure. So we're staying in a hip camp, and we're very grateful that they've brought up this camper trailer, which provides a little bit more protection from the rain and won't like run off, and will also be protection from the wind because it's obviously a bit more sturdier than a little two-man tent. So we're staying in there tonight. You're gonna have to bear with me. I'll turn the light on, but we got our bed over here. It's not set up yet, but we've actually put our mat on top of the mattress that was in here, just, you know, home comforts. And then we've got like this little lounge section here, and we've brought like everything in, because if we learnt one thing the other night was that you don't want to be running to and from the car. We want to reduce that as much as possible. So we've probably brought too much in, but we would prefer that than not have enough. And I do have my umbrella and emergency ponchos at the ready tonight when we need the loo, inevitably. Because we're pretty sure that it's going to rain. It's just a question about whether it storms or not. But yeah, we're gonna cook dinner, or we made like very pre-prepped dinner to make it easy. So we're gonna have dinner and then probably call it in for the night, because if you look over there, that a rain is coming.
Okay, so update, it is like 7 o'clock at night now. We've had a few drops of rain, but nothing crazy just yet. It is like all around us at the moment. We've had a look on the radar, it's moving around. But we've got the fire going and just having a bit of a relax. It's starting to get pretty dark though. So we're gonna head to the safety of the tent and try to survive the night, but we'll give you guys an update in the morning. Good morning, folks. It's quite early at the moment, but it was a good night last night, to be honest with you. We didn't get a lot of rain, it was on and off, but not heavy storms or anything like that. We were fairly good inside the camper tent back there, survived the storm. So we're very happy. Up early this morning, we're gonna head off, have break and go, but we're just enjoying the view at the moment because it's actually quite nice out here. So do you want to tell the people about our little friends last night?
They're not my friends. So I had this theory that if I waited all night, I'd only have to go to the toilet once before bed, which it happened, but I forgot that we're in Queensland, and in Queensland there's these lovely animals called toads, and if you don't know what toads are, they basically were like an introduced species back in the day to try and eradicate, I don't even know, was it rabbits? I don't know, some kind of animal, but now they're invading and there's too many of them. Anyways, they're like a really ugly frog and I hate them, and there was all around the toilet. There was probably like 6 around the toilet, and then there was some in the car. Anyways, I freaked out. I couldn't go to the toilet because I can't step over them and they could jump and so yeah, I bushweed. So we're not friends. I hate them.
Okay friends, we're now in Bundaberg, come an hour south from where we camped this morning. You may recognise Bundaberg from Bundaberg rum or Bundaberg ginger beer, whatever you prefer. But we're coming out today. Where are we?
We're at the Mon. Yes. We're at the Mon Repos Turtle Centre.
Turtles.
I just found on Google, to be honest.
It's where we find most of our stuff, just on maps.
But
just like having a look around.
We get to go for a walk, and apparently it's like turtle hatching season. So hopefully we'll see some turtles, and it's actually a free activity here, which I think is pretty cool.
But we didn't see any turtles. Sad news, but I suppose that's good news for them.
Well, apparently they come out at night. That's when they hatch. So I think we're here at the wrong time. You can book a tour at night. And there's also like a rescue centre, but then I think it was like $14.50
Yeah.
a person.
But heaps of like eggs, like hatchling spots where it's protected, which is really cool. It's a nice little spot. Okay, stop number 2 on our tourist trip around Bundaberg today is the drinks factory, the ginger beer factory. We decided to get some drinks.
We didn't get ginger beer.
Not ginger beer, because we can get that anywhere. But I got burgundy creaming soda.
And I got pineapple and coconut, because we had never really heard of these before. Like, can't get them in the shops. They're just here, so.
Very excited.
Let me open it. Oh no.
Oh, very fizzy.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pina colada, but a little bit more fizzy. It's good.
How much out of 10?
7.
7? Really high praise from you. Burgundy creaming soda. Just really tastes like brown creaming soda. It's quite nice though. I like the sort of old-fashioned creaming soda. It's not overly sweet. Enjoyable. I'd say this is a hit. And for the last stop on our food and drink tour today, Macadamias Australia. Came to the macadamia farm here. Picked up some macadamias.
It's actually such a nice area. They've got like an eating area and a cafe there and lots of different macadamias to try from. We also got some snack packs which we're going to try because we're driving to our accommodation for the night. But also we're going to put on our sticker from Bundaberg, and we chose a turtle because we went to the turtle thingamabobbo. But we're going to put it on. We've added a lot of stickers from this trip, so come for a sticker tour. So we've added Japoon, Agnes and Tara this trip, and now Bundy. What should we name our turtle? What should we name him? Oh, it's hot.
Warm glass.
Yes, it's burning.
Boom, boom.
I think like Leela? Leela. I like Leela.
You like Leela?
Lola? Lola. Let's do Lola because I nearly named Maya, who is our dog, Lola.
Lola the turtle.
Coming to you from Barrum Heads, and we are staying in a hotel tonight because there is a lot of rain around. I know it kind of doesn't look like it now, but if we were to swing you around, you would kind of see like all the rain clouds. Queensland's are kind of flooding at the moment, and also we're low-key sick of getting wet, so we're staying in a hotel tonight. We are just going for a walk on the beach, but tide is really out, so we can walk pretty much anywhere we want.
Crazy.
But we're actually just waiting for our fish and chips.
What are fish and chips for dinner?
So we're drinking our beer.
Direct from Chinchilla.
And Yapoon. 2 of our favourite spots actually.
Really? Actually, yeah.
It comes up in the top. Like I didn't expect Yapoon. I kind of expected.
But not
Chinchilla?
so much Chinchilla.
Not really. But it was
watermelon.
cute.
Cool.
Not that we could easily find watermelons. But anyways, we're waiting for dinner. We're drinking our beers and going for a walk. And it's so nice because it's like a little bit cooler.
So much cooler down here. Like,
so much cooler.
We're only like 5 hours south from where we originally went up top, but so much cooler here. I don't know if it's led to, like all the change with the storm. Haven't really had so many hot days. It's been overcast mostly, but it's been really nice.
And what's our plans tomorrow? We're not really sure yet, are we?
Yeah, not particularly sure. We are meant to be going camping tomorrow night. We have got a campsite already booked.
But that means nothing for us.
Doesn't mean anything at the moment, yeah. Anything could change between now and then, but we're just enjoying the seasons, aren't we?
Yeah, and I think that is probably one of the biggest learnings that has come out of this for me is we are really eager to book because we're like, it's going to be so packed at this time of year, because we went down south last year, like in New South Wales, over the Christmas period, and everything was booked out pretty much. Like we were scrambling for places, and we booked still like 2 weeks at least before we left. Whereas this trip, I feel like it's been very different. There's always been something available.
Yeah.
And it's probably my biggest like regret is booking so much in advance, I think.
Yeah, probably. Because it is like, up here in Queensland, you really can just like turn up anywhere and there's a spot. And it's also, there's a lot more off-grid up here.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot more space, so there's heaps more spaces to camp.
And they're used to it, like they have the infrastructure
that's the
to
way it
hold
goes.
so many more people.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But we're just enjoying our night, and we will let you guys know what we're up to tomorrow.
See you then.
We're going camping, folks. Well, hopefully. It's a nice day today, as you can see, so we're very optimistic that we're going to get to go camping. We're out here in the Great Sandy National Park, just near Gari, or Fraser Island. We have a bit of a drive on a dirt road to get to the campsite for this evening, so I'm just letting some air out of the tyres. I think this is going to be one of the hardest drives we've done, but hopefully not too bad after a little bit of rain. So stay tuned to find out.
How you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling optimistic for today. Very excited to go camping again. It's a beautiful day.
Alright, our one concern is, well, there's two concerns. One being that it's so muddy that it's just stupid to put the tent down, and two, that the mosquitoes are going to be horrid because it's been so wet. So we're actually just going out to see what the campground is like, and then we'll make an assessment.
We made it to camp. How do you feel?
I am always skeptical coming to a new camp. It's lovely, the drive was really nice. It was a bit rock bumpy. My back is a little bit sore, but I think all in all we did okay. This is our campsite. We haven't set up obviously yet. But I just saw a big goanna over there and I do not like them. We're not friends. And the bathrooms were okay. They weren't bad, but they weren't good. So I'm feeling cautiously optimistic, but I'll keep you posted. Alright, hello from, I don't even know what beach this is, but Michael's about to bring the car, so I will film that for you. It's going to be our first time beach camping, which is really scary, but also really fun. It's stunning here.
Look who's behind the wheel now. The big girl. So how was that experience? Driving on the beach,
cool.
first time.
It wasn't as hard as I expected, but also the sand was really hard.
It was very firm sand.
So I feel like I can see why it would be hard if it was soft.
You did well.
Thanks, you too.
Yeah. First time driving on sand.
This is like our first time actually using this car as a full drive.
Yeah, I feel like we've had it for like so long. I feel like after it broke, if you guys haven't heard that story, go back and watch the video about what happened to the car. But after it broke and then we had to get the repairs on it, we were thinking like, we have had it for like 9 months and we hadn't actually used it as a four-wheel drive really. Like yes, we'd gone camping in it, but hadn't really gone anywhere that we needed a four-wheel drive. But on this trip we've gone a couple of places that we actually had to have it, and especially up there on the beach, you wouldn't survive without one. So it's really cool.
Well, even getting in here you wouldn't survive.
Yeah.
So
well,
there's only like one road here or two roads that are two-wheel accessible. So it's basically not worth coming here unless you've got a full drive. And I don't think the road in was terrible, but again, because of the rain it's hardened it. So yeah. I definitely think if it hadn't, it would be quite, it was already like that, so.
Yeah. For those interested, I did drop the tyre pressure to like 25 psi.
And can you tell them?
Normally they're like 40 to 45 on the hard road, just depending on the heat. So almost half of how much they normally are, and they've been amazing, easy driving, absolutely. But it's starting to get a little bit dark now. Like the sun's starting to go over the back there. I can't see it.
And quite a lot of mozzies.
Mosquitoes are coming around, so we're going to try and
ASAP.
Eat early in case we have to hide away in the tent. So let's get that going.
Watching us, so we're going to stop.
Well, good morning folks. We're back on the road again, nice and early this morning. We packed up and left camp at like 6 o'clock this morning, out before 6, yeah, crazy. Headed into town because we were going off to do a little adventure, but we had some very sad news. Do you want to tell them?
So we went to go feed dolphins in a place called Tinkham Bay. I've actually seen other YouTubers do it. By the way, I'm not going to look at you too much because, you know, road safety. But basically we went there, we paid $10 per person, so 20 bucks for both of us, and the guy was like, go in this line to feed the dolphins. So we went in this line and we got to like, we stood there for what, like half an hour, and then at the front they were like, you need a feeding token to feed them, which is another $5 per feeding token, and they were out of feeding tokens. So we basically went to a cafe where you could just go to the cafe to watch some dolphins and watch everyone else get to feed them. So we feel a little bit gypped because I paid $20 to go to a cafe. Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, very sad morning. We were up early and out of the camp because we had like over an hour drive to get there because we'd had to be there at 8 o'clock. We got there at 8 and they were already out, and so sad. But we're on the road again now. We're back on. This is probably like our last day really on the road. Before
until we go home.
Yeah, because we're going down to the Sunshine Coast today, and then we're there. We're in an Airbnb for the next 3 nights, so we're there over the weekend. So that was our last night camping last night, which was a little bit sad, but it was a nice evening as well. A nice little campground there, but we'll try to stop at a few more places along the way this afternoon.
See you and give me. Yum. I need to get my food eating face. Yeah, I run into that.
This is apparently Australia's best gluten-free pie on the reviews on Google. How's it rate?
Very good. Very good. Tastes like a normal pie.
It's always a good sign. Here's the pie I got. It's a heart attack of a pie.
So we have made it down to the Sunshine Coast, the last little stop on this trip. We've come out to a national park. Mapleton National Park, trying to find a waterfall, which we did find one back there, but it's hard to get a good view of it. We were like right above it, but still pretty cool. We haven't actually seen a waterfall on this trip so far, and after all the rain we've had, we thought it'd probably be pretty cool to come and see one. But I think that's where we're going to leave this video, guys. As I said, we're on the Sunshine Coast for the next few days, and then we're headed back home after that. So we're probably going to pack up here and not worry about recording over the next couple of days.
Where's your favourite spot?
Favourite spot on the trip? Probably Yeppoon. Favourite. That was probably the best spot on the whole trip.
And then I also like Chinchilla, because I'm different.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And then probably like last night too, there in the Great Sandy National Park. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool heading along the beach.
Yeah, beach driving.
Yeah, the beach driving was pretty cool. So some highlights from the trip.
But we're pretty tired, so looking forward to like a couple of days to relax before we've got a big like 12-hour drive.
Next day, on Monday. Yeah. But thank you so much, guys, for coming along on this trip. Hope you enjoyed this video and the last one as well. If you haven't seen that one, make sure you go back and watch that one as well. Anyway, guys, Happy New Year, and stick around for the next video.
Bye.
Bye.